tell your point of view and your perspective on when you met President Obama.
Okay, as you probably know, I'm a retired attorney. For 6 years, I was an administrative law judge. And, during the several thousands of cases that I heard, my job was to decide who was telling the truth and who wasn't. You heard the clip that I said that there were 4 pods at Andrews Air Force Base with the 4 different families. And when he finally came over to where we were, I could tell that he was a rather conflicted person who was not at peace with himself. And, he shaking hands with him, quite frankly, was like shaking hands with a dead fish. His face was pointed towards me, but he would not look me in the eye. His eyes were over my shoulder, and not in a forceful voice. I'm really sorry about this, Mr. Wood. That was not the way he did it. And I could tell that he was not sorry. He had no remorse. Let me say something else, and I'll ask you this question. Are these the words of someone who's really sorry? The vice president was also there. He came by, and he introduced himself. This is before the president came by. He came over to our little pod of people, and he says, I'm Joe Biden. And then he said, I'm, quote, unquote, I'd received one of these, quote, damn phone calls when he had lost a family member. And then about a half hour later, he actually came over and approached me. And these are the exact words he said. I do not speak like this. Quote, says in an extremely loud and boisterous voice, he said, did your son always have balls the size of cue balls? I will ask you the question. Is that the voice of someone who is truly sorry?
Mr. Woods, tell me what Hillary Clinton, what happened when you met her?
Okay. First of all, I did have the privilege of meeting Hillary Clinton, and I do appreciate her taking time out from her schedule to meet with the 4 families. While we were in the pod over there with our family, she came up and shook my hand. I reached out, hugged her shoulder, and her countenance was not good. And she made this statement to me that, first of all, she was sorry, but then she said, we will make sure that the person who made that film is arrested and prosecuted. And when she said that, I could tell that she was not telling me the truth. And she's more intelligent than I am. She had to also know that she was not telling me the truth.